can't find it, just play the Welcome to Geome's Renown video. It's just as well.
Nothing?
Joe was gonna pick me up.
Trigger?
Yeah, that's some first too. The YouTube, the downloader thing doesn't work that well. So you can use SoundCloud. It has better downloading.
Oh, okay.
So I save the SoundCloud here and then I save the downloader here as well.
Okay. Nice.
Plus they just add, so now some YouTube videos have like their introduction.
Yeah.
Like whatever, where they close it.
Yeah.
SoundCloud doesn't have any of that because it's just the music.
Okay.
So
Nice. We're
And
used
is it
SoundCloud
less
before.
illegal to take from SoundCloud?
yeah.
I haven't seen Mark or anything yet. Get a starting lineup. Shite.
Let's do the picture test.
Now I see it. Bird is the word. There we had Chiefesses. Gold sponsors today. Please stream on Facebook and YouTube again, so I'm running 50 ticket. YouTube between first and second.
Wait, sorry, Dad, what's the starting lineup?
Starting lineup is 6, 7, 9, 17, 93, and starting goal is 30. And 13 is scratched. Mott.
Okay.
So that's a starter.
I'm tired.
Yeah? Kale Nickel has 19 goals on the season already.
Some good music set. That was.
Barbie girl, I think.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Is it a away goal song?
Shit. played at where's it? No, it's okay. Mm. Kiss me later, trust me later, baby, baby. Oh, actually, this one I love this.
Which one was that?
Modern Jam.
Oh.
I love that song so much. Travis Scott.
Is that clean though?
Can't be very bad.
So, Cale Nickel has more goals himself than the Yellowhead Chiefs do combined.
Holy crap.
They only have 16 combined goals.
How many goals
Are they
did he have?
Nickel,
Yeah.
19.
Is that
Oh yeah.
He's got 19 goals in 7 games.
closest guy to him is 14 goals?
Hmm.
Well,
6 games, 19 goals in 6 games, 19 goals and 12 assists. Yeah.
That's insane.
All right, everyone. We're going to get going here. First period against the Yellowhead Chiefs. We've got Shorting, Lang, and Boguski going to start us off here with Anderson and Woloski on the point. Everyone's ready to go, and Boguski wins the draw back. Poke back to Anderson. Anderson's going to curl in, leave it behind his net for Woloski. Woloski looking up ahead. Chips it up the boards, gets taken away for a moment. Swatted to the line there by Lang, and here comes Boguski and Shorting. Broken up by the Chiefs. They try to go cross ice. Lang's going to stop that and pound it down low. And the Vikings are going to change. Van Mile, Nickel, Flat Napu come out. They go cross ice. Swatted at. Bouncing puck to Monker. Monker over to Preston. Preston looking for options. Looks cross ice. Hits a leg. Goes back into a Vikings corner. Monker spins up to Van Mile. Van Mile chips it ahead to Nickel. Nickel turning ahead here. He's got Flat Napu going to the net. Tries to go around the player. Flat Napu comes in and steals that puck. Leaves it there for Nickel, but it's Blue Sweater that picks it up. Good back check here by Nickel. He's got it around the net. He's got Van Mile in the slot. Van Mile just can't quite pull the trigger on that. Nickel's got a slot, hits a leg, goes in behind the net. There's Flat Napu in behind the net. Into Van Mile, slot, off a stick, high on the glass. Nickel on it here now. Kind of gets mauled at the line. And the puck gets dumped in, and it's going to be icing on the Chiefs. Couple good chances there. Off some sticks, off some legs. Good ozone time. We're going to go with Leslie, Wood, and Taylor. Olsen and Sutherland. Chiefs are trying to get going here. They're going to have to kick Blue out here because I think they're not quite ready. And they do. Taylor wins that draw to Leslie. Leslie, high slot, takes a shot, just over the net. Rebound there for Wood. Puts it back to Sutherland. Sutherland back to Wood on the flank. Gets it knocked off his stick. Here's Leslie behind the net. Oh, he just overskates it. Yellowhead with it. Puts it up to the line and bounces past Olsen down the ice. It's going to be no icing, and the Yellowhead's changing, but Taylor's going to turn it up ice quickly. Good shot, kicked aside by Stevenson, who's in the net for the Chiefs. Taylor puts his man to the ice. Good stick by Boguski to break that up. Here he's going to turn it up ice. Puts it into Shorting. Shorting. Can't get anywhere. Lang is pressuring on it, and Yellowhead gets out of the zone. Anderson's just going to put it back down. Puck's ringed around. Mangan in on it. Puck is out, so the boys have to tag up. Here comes Boguski and Mangan coming out. Puck's there. Mangan's got a chance on it, and Cochran spins it around the other side of the net. Anderson holds that line, bumps his man to the ice here, but we're offside, so... Oh, nope, I thought we were offside. Mangan in on it, on the forecheck. Puck comes out, past Van Mile, down the ice. Woloski's going to turn around his net. He's swarmed by a couple of blue players. Didn't really have an option. Down low for Nickel. Anderson to Woloski. Woloski looking. Chips it up high off the glass. Bouncing puck. Nickel's able to corral it. He's coming in. Got Flat Napu on the far side. Gets it to him. Oh, kicked aside by Stevenson. Good chance there. Flat Napu puts it down low off of a skate of Van Mile into the slot area. Bounces and puck, and Chiefs recover it. They're going to dump it down low. Monker way up to Van Mile. Van Mile stops up, gives it to Preston, but it's behind him. Preston has to cut back. Up to Anderson. Anderson or Monker. Monker to Van Mile. Van Mile's got a step. He's going to make the line, cut in. Going to leave it in there. Kind of gets bumped from behind, but he's able to keep that puck for a moment. Yellowhead comes out with it. They're going to dump it in on Didluck. Offside. $16:20 left to go in this first period. 0-0. Shots are 5-1 Brandon. Leslie on this draw with Wood and Taylor. Yellowhead puts it in the zone. Sutherland traps that up to Olsen, cleanly up to Wood. Wood's going to skate through into the zone. Curls around down low in behind the net. Puts it up top to Sutherland. Sutherland just mishandles it and goes out of the zone. Oh, mishandles it again, but does a good job holding the boards. Now he's going to chip it in. Leslie's going to go hard after it. Peters is there for Yellowhead. Puck bounces to the line and out. Defense are changing. Wood back to Woloski. Woloski curls, fires it over to Taylor. Taylor's got Wood in the middle. Can't quite get it to him. Puck comes to the line, and Anderson's able to swat it in. Now Lang's going to go in on the forecheck. Crisscross, Shorting chips it down in the corner a little deeper. He curls back. He's got Mangin in the slot, gives it over to Woloski. Dumps it into the slot area. Into Shorting. Puck is bouncing like crazy. Woloski rips one towards the net. Stevenson kicks it out. Anderson pinches. Puts it down low. Shorting's in on the forecheck. Easton's going to try to hold that line again and gets swatted out by Yellowhead. There's Woloski's last man back. Curling with the puck and almost gets it stolen from him. Puck bounces in the slot area and Anderson recovers that into Shorting. Shorting lifts it into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck off Boguski's stick. There's Woloski in a weaking zone. He's going to curl back, give it to Anderson. Anderson's got Flat Nappy coming in the middle, gives it to him. He's got Nichols streaking ahead. Nichols got a chance here. Takes a shot, stirred aside by Stevenson. Puck bounced towards the boards. There's Monker. Chops at it. We need another player out there. Van Mile steps on the ice. Here's Nickel carving through the neutral zone. Didn't like his options, so he curls back. Gives it to Van Mile. Van Mile makes the line. Gives it to Flat Nappy in the slot area. Bounces to Preston. Preston shot, scores! Nice shot by Preston. I think that's his first of the year. Van Mile slides it over to Flat Nappy, but he leaves it for Preston, and Preston puts it in the back of the net. Nice high shot, picked the top corner. Goalie was coming, Stevenson was coming back across and just sailed over his blocker's shoulder. 1-0 Brandon. Off the draw, the Yellowhead Chiefs put it into the zone. Didluck stops it behind the net. Into Taylor. Taylor dumps in the corner for Wood. Wood curves it into the corner, dumps it to the line. Back to Sutherland. Sutherland and Wood are battling forward. Sutherland comes out with it. He's got Leslie down low. Olsen falls. He's looking over to Taylor in the corner. Taylor tries to chop at it. Leslie comes up with it. He's going to swat it back to Olsen. Olsen's going to take a floater towards the net. There's his goal for Taylor. Good shot by Olsen. And Taylor's going to clean up the garbage in front. There was a couple bodies. I think it was Taylor and Leslie in front of the net there, and they're going to clean up the garbage here. It's 2-0. Going hard to the net. That's what we were the victim of when we were in the finals against Warman. But here the boys have done it here and up to a quick early 2-0 lead. Yellowhead carries that through the neutral zone into the Brandon Weeking zone. Up top, takes a shot, low shot, stopped up by Sutherland. He's going to curl it over to Lang's side. Lang chips it to the ice. Boguski gets it the rest of the way. Up to Mangin. Mangin's got a step. He cuts into the middle. He's got Boguski going to the net. Couldn't get it to him. Getting pestered by Golden from Yellowhead. Puck floats to the line. There's Anderson, jumps over his stick. Tries to get over to Woloski. He was getting pressured and came out of the zone. Woloski slides it back over to Anderson. They keep backing up here a bit. Anderson puts it off a leg, goes high in the air in the slot area. Now it's at the line. Chopped it a little deeper by Yellowhead, and Mangin gets it out. Boguski's trying to poke at it, get a little deeper. Comes to Mangin. Mangin goes cross ice, no one there. Weekings are going to change. Cross dump. Oh, right in on Didluck. I thought it was a cross dump, and just at the other end of the ice. Didluck got a lot off his shoulder. Here's Nichols screaming away. Come in through the neutral zone with lots of speed. And Flat Nappy got a break to the net. Scores. Flat Napu got on his horse, broke away. Nickel skated it through, put it on his stick, and back of the net. 3-0 Brandon. Leslie on this draw. Wood's going to carry it in. He's got a chance, takes a shot, short side, stuffed by Stevenson. Taylor goes cross ice, thought maybe Monker would be pinching up. Yellowhead recovers it. Here's Monker with it. Yellowhead dumps it into the zone. Didluck stops up behind his net. Monker's there for it. He's going to bump with a Yellowhead player, and puck's sitting there for Yellowhead. They're going to carry it out from behind the net, but there's 3 Vikings swarming them. Puck comes to Wood. Wood's going to carry it out of the zone. Going to make that line. He's going to dump it in. They're going to say that he didn't make the line. Offside, and they won't let him change. Not offside, icing, sorry. Leslie ties up his man on the draw. They ring it around to Taylor. Taylor chips it nicely. Nice little shot over to Wood. Wood's got a chance, takes it short side. Good blocker save by, or a shoulder save, sorry, by Stevenson. Olsen pinches up. Leslie's in the corner for it. Fighting with Peters from the Yellowhead. Comes out of the zone. Over to Sutherland. Sutherland bounce pass to Shorting. Shorting chips it into the zone, not deep though. Sutherland tries to get a little deeper. It's in behind him. Good hold up by Boguski. Keep that puck down there. There's Lang with it. Lang's going to try to float in the corner. Shorting's in on it here as well. Lang and Shorting fighting with a couple Yellowhead players. Shorting comes out of the top of the circle. He's got Boguski. Oh, bounces over his stick. Boguski rolls it down low for Shorting. Shorting can't catch up to it. Boguski bumps his man. Breaks him away from the puck. Shorting now helps him. Here's Boguski battling in the corner. Still with it there. Lang's got it behind the net. Lang tried to leave it for Boguski. He was crisscrossing in their signals. Puck comes in the near corner, tries to lift Yellow, tries to lift it out, comes in the line. Olsen's got to fight a couple of his own players and gets out of the zone. I think they're going to call too many men on Brandon. They were changing and forwards jumped off on the ice while they were coming off the ice. Too many men. We'll have Taylor and Leslie on this kill with Woloski and Anderson. Yellowhead recovers. They try to slide it over. Bring it to the top. Shot off of Taylor's leg. Puck comes to the line. Slid down to the half wall. Good pinch up by Anderson. And Leslie dumps it the rest of the way. Change up our killers here. We'll go with Lang and Mangin. Peter's going to carry it through the neutral zone. Puts it to the near side. They're going to swing it into the zone. Didluck comes out, and Woloski's there for that puck, but he can't get a clean break out of it. So shot is there. Scrambled puck. Who knows where it is? Under about 5 bodies. They're forking at whoever's sitting on it. Puck comes to the line and gets out. Good job by Lang. I think it was Woloski taking some hard forks. Good job by Lang to stop up there, and Mangin's going to dump it down. There is 57 seconds left on this power play for the Chiefs. Kill for the Vikings. Shorting and Wood out there. Monker and Preston. Monker is going to dump it down. Shorting putting some pressure. Yellowhead trying to get it in through the neutral zone. They're still on a power play for 30 seconds. Preston on it. He's going to be swatted around right to Shorting's side. Gets by him, but gets out of the zone. Cochran has it for Yellowhead. Floats it into the middle of the ice. Puck's over skated. That's going to be offside. .16 seconds left on this kill. 8:21 left to go in the period. I'm going to kick Nickel out. Didn't like his actions there. Ethelston runs a tight ship on the lines. Oh, that wasn't Ethelston. Into the neutral zone. Cross dump in on Didlock. He's just going to hold it there for a whistle. 3 seconds left in the kill. Puck comes to the line, gets dumped out by Nickel down the ice. Now we're even. Flednappy coming in on the forecheck. Van Mile's down in the corner. Van Mile looking for options. Had Nickel for a moment. Gave it to Olsen. Olsen breaks away from one player. Tries to cut through a couple. Flednappy with it. Shot. High shot. Bouncing puck. Flednappy again. Takes a low shot. Van Mile swats at it. Getting bumped in there. Flednappy's going to try to pick that puck up into Van Mile. Van Mile tries to put it in the front of the net, and a couple blue sweaters are there. Puck comes to the line, gets bounced out. Sutherland, middle of the ice to Van Mile. Van Mile curls, dumps it down to Leslie. Leslie chips it in. Taylor's going after it. Leslie's going hard to the front of the net. Taylor's bumping him behind the net. Puck comes to the wall. Wood holds it in. Tries to swing around a player. Puck bounces to Taylor. Taylor cross ice to Anderson. Anderson takes a low shot, kicked aside by Stevenson. Good try by Taylor to pick that puck up. And Yellowhead carries it in. They're going to dump it down. They didn't make the center ice either. That's going to be an icing. .6:53 left to go in this first period. 3-0 Brandon. Monker to Wood. Wood takes a shot towards the net, goes to the cross ice. Puck exits the zone, gets dumped down, and won't have enough legs for an icing. But Taylor goes way up. Oh, it was Leslie. Had it there too, had a chance. No one touched it. Monker tried to get a quick dump down the ice to Taylor and Leslie, but it split them both. They were both kind of thinking the other guy was going to take it. And puck goes all the way down for an icing. Taylor's going to take this draw. Taylor bumping his man behind the net. Lifts it to Monker. Monker up to Leslie. Leslie backhand off the boards. Gets out of the zone, but Yellowhead recovers that. Good steal by Leslie. But Yellowhead steals it right back. They're going to carry it through. Shot and wide of the net. Leslie chips it off the boards. Shorting's able to chip it to himself. It's a bit of a 2-on-1 developing here. Lang going hard to the net. Shorting, low shot, kicked aside by Stevenson. Beatty carries it out for Yellowhead and stopped up by Anderson right to Shorting. Shorting's going to turn it up ice here quickly. Nice move into the middle of the ice. A couple of Yellowhead players there, though. Lang's in there helping. Gets it to the line to Anderson. Anderson cross to Boguski. Just gets poked off his stick. Boguski's going to hold that in for a moment at least. And Yellowhead's going to carry it out. Anderson does a good job reversing his man in the corner as he was getting bumped. I think he gets football tackled down there. And I think that's going to be a penalty because, yeah, holding on blue. So we'll see what the power play looks like here. Anderson did a good job just reversing his man. And, oh, no, they're going to take them both. Okay. One was a hold, one was a rough maybe. So we'll see if it's 5-on-5. Coincidentals. Fletnapu, Nickel, and Van Mile are out there. Puck's won by Yellowhead, blocked by Van Mile. Puck comes to the wall. Olsen's going to gather it. Tries to go around his man, gets the puck stolen. Now Olsen's going to carry it. Puts it to Fletnapu. He's got Nickel on the far side, hits him. Nickel's got possibly a step. He's just going to power and move in there. Puck comes into the slot area, and Fletnapu's not able to collect it. Comes to the line. Olsen chips it towards the boards. Chopped at. Nickel with it. Over to Taylor. Taylor kicks it to himself. Cuts in. Tries to leave it there for Nickel. And they're going to call a penalty on Yellowhead. I think it must be a hit to the head on Taylor. So now we got a chance on a power play. Well, Boguski, Wood, Leslie, Preston, and Olsen. Collected by Leslie. He's going to curl back on the half wall. Going to see what he can set up. Goes way up top to Wood. Wood to Olsen. Olsen mishandles it and gets by him. Leaves it there for Preston. We're going to get one for holding or interference here, yeah. Olsen kind of, impeded that player, and there goes our power play. He's running a bit of a pick to let Preston go get that puck, and Stripes felt that was interference. So Nickel and Flood out there. Monker up to Preston. Preston's going to skate away. And he's going to dump it down. There's a little more ice out there with 4-on-4. Nickel. Into Fletnapu is going into his office. Nickel's going to curl around, leave it there for Monker. Monker up to Preston. Preston. Ooh, he had Nickel on the far side. Gets it to him. Try to get into Fletnapu. Good stick by the Yellowhead player. They lift it to the wall. Lep's going to carry it or put it through the neutral zone, and Nickel's going to steal that, and he's going to cut back, go back up ice. Gets around his player. He's got a clean break and good low shot just wide. Steered aside by Stevenson. Nickel's going to carry that puck out. He's going to cut back again. He's got Lang. He gives it to him. Lang gets bumped. Puck. Oh, that was Woloski, sorry. Now here's Taylor. Taylor lifts it. Van Mile's moving ahead with it. Van Mile, Taylor going 2-on-2. Van Mile into Taylor, into his skates, into the corner. Van Mile up top, bouncing puck to Sutherland. Sutherland swings it over to Woloski. Woloski, quick shot off a couple legs into the corner for Van Mile. Van Mile going to cut back. Leave it there for Taylor. Puck gets swatted around. Yellowhead with it. Bounce it up the boards to Sutherland. Sutherland holds that line. Whips it down at Stevenson. He's going to hold on to it for a whistle. 2:49 left to go in this first period. There is 17 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4, and then Yellowhead will go on a very brief 17-second power play. Yellowhead carries it out from behind their net, puts it in the middle of the ice, but Monker is there to stymie that. Preston slides over to Monker. Monker's got Mangin going ahead, and he's got Lang cutting in the middle. Gives it up to Mangin. He's going to say offside here. Boys have to tag up. Mangin was just ahead of that puck. Yellowhead carries it into the neutral zone. Stopped up by Monker for a moment. Lang swats it out of the zone. 1 second, and now we're even here. 5-on-5 again. Taylor comes out with it. Puck getting battled on. Taylor just kicks it to himself. Gets to the line. Anderson's going to dump it in. Now Leslie and Wood are going to charge in after it together. Yellowhead comes with that puck to the line, held by Anderson. Anderson gives it into Taylor on the half wall. Tried to get it into Wood in the slot area. Puck gets bounced to the line and out. Woloski goes over to Anderson, kind of in behind him. Anderson curls, puts it up to Woloski. Woloski's going to make that line and gets stymied. Into Taylor. Taylor niftily into Leslie. Leslie's got Wood on the far side. Shot. Shouldered away. Go. Puck was there for a moment. Taylor thought he had a chance. Good swat at. It's there on the side of the net, but for Leslie. Leslie bats it to himself. Puck gets bounced out. Taylor just about had a chance at it. Wood does a good job forcing his man to give that to Olsen. Olsen kicks his shot towards the net. Or Woloski, sorry. Kicks his shot towards the net. Leslie in on it. Puts it in the slot area. Wood was there, but so was a Yellowhead player. Puck comes to the line, held in again by Woloski. Into Shorting. Shorting's by himself. Nifty move. Comes out of the side of the net, or side of the boards with it. Couldn't get a shot away. Lang in on it in the corner. Tries to chop it towards the line to Mangin. Mangin into some legs. 50 seconds left to go in this period. Puck gets swatted in by Yellowhead. And Olsen on it. Leaves it there for Sutherland. Falls, but he sweeps it over to Shorting. Shorting evades a couple players, puts it over to Mangin. Mangin cuts into the zone. 33 seconds. He gets put down the ice for his efforts, but he put it over to Lang. Lang tries to get it to the line to Sutherland and bounces over his stick. Now Sutherland has to get on his horse, and Olsen's able to come there and recover. He's going to try to come through with some speed. Does so. Gets across the line. He's coming in. Takes a shot. Blocker there for Lang. Oh! Off the side of the net. Lang on that rebound. Had a chance at it. 8 seconds left to go. Olsen swings it over the far side to Sutherland. Sutherland up to Flednapu. Flednapu, middle of the ice. And that'll do it for the period. So after one, it is 3-0 Brandon on a kind of a flurry of goals the beginning of the period, and hasn't been much since. So a few chances. Shots are 23-6, so we're getting lots of shots towards the net. We'll see you in the second period. All right. We're going to get rolling in this third period here. We're going to start off the same way. Baguski, Lang, shorting. Wolofsky and Anderson. And we're going to start with a penalty. Taylor's going to the box for 2 minutes. I don't know if something happened at the end of the period or... So we're going to start short-handed for some reason, unbeknownst to me. Wolofsky going to carry it in, dump it down. Delay of game, they called it, for the Wee Kings. So Taylor's going to serve it, but they're calling a delay of game penalty. So a couple odd penalties coming to us. Too many men on one play, and now a delay of game. Here comes Yellowhead carrying it in. Soltis for them. Puck stops up on some wet ice here. He's going to dump it down, or Monker. He took a hit just as he was swatting it down. So took a hit to make a play. Yellowhead crisscrosses. Nichols lurking around trying to get that puck. He comes up with it. Carries it in, tries to split. Puck comes to the wall. Yellowhead recovers, swings it over in the middle of the ice. Puts in the neutral zone, flips it over. Good steal by Preston to dump that down. Leslie in on it hard. He's got it for a moment. Leslie's going to carry it in a little deeper. It hits a wet spot in the corner. So lots of water between periods here and didn't necessarily let it dry, so I'll let it freeze, sorry. Nichols going to lift that out. Bounces off the dasher and Mangin's down on it on this kill. Should be 18 seconds left to go on this kill. Puck comes into the zone there. Sutherland sweeps it out. That should do it here with 6 seconds left. Mangin's going to go down there, put some pressure. We'll get our delay of game penalty over with and get the lines back in order. Puck comes to the wall, shorting in on it, battling in the corner, puts it down behind the Yellowhead's net. They sweep it up to the half wall and comes to the line to Wolofsky. Wolofsky takes a shot off a couple sticks, and Stevenson catches that, and there'll be a whistle or a face-off to his left. Nickel wins it to flat napkin. Shot up over the net. Mile puts it, or no, didn't see who that was. Wolofsky, sorry. Put it towards the net. Now shot in on Didluck. And he's going to glove that down. So defensive zone draw. Nichols going to take it. Wins it to Preston, cleanly through his legs. Preston to Monker. Monker looks up ahead to Flood-Nappy. Flood-Nappy's got it, carries it into Van Mile. Van Mile's going to go in. Going to go offside, though. No, not. Just about did. Puck gets by Preston, hits the linesman. It gets dumped into the weakening zone. Monker's in after. He's got Soltis pressing upon him. Nichols down there for it. Nickel holds it. Van Miles pushing with the player. Nickel comes out with it, dumps it over to Preston's side. Preston catches it. He's got Flood-Nappy ahead of him, gets it to him. Flood-Nappy is going to carry it wide. He's going to dump it in. The boys are going to go for a change. Here comes Leslie, Wood, Taylor. Yellowhead goes cross ice. Olsen steps up on him, and Taylor steals that for a moment. Tries to get it into Leslie, just can't get to him. Yellowhead player is coming off of a late change. He's got a bit of a breakaway. Shot, Didluck steers it aside. Leslie on the draw. Puck's tossed in behind the Brandon Weeking zone. Sutherland back for it. We got Wood going way in the middle. Nicely chipped to Taylor to Wood. Taylor, tried to sauce it into, or Wood tried to sauce it into Taylor. Shot from the point is wide. There's Olsen pinching down low. Gives it to Leslie in behind the net. He's coming around. Puts it in the high slot area to Taylor. Bounces into the corner. Taylor leaves it there. Comes towards the line, just out of the reach of Sutherland, and Yellowhead gets it out of the zone. Taylor's going to erase his man into the boards. Olsen into Taylor and Leslie, but they were kind of fighting the puck, both of them. So Woodgun dumps it in, but dumps it on the Yellowhead player, and they're going to come in 3 wide. Long shot. Didluck steers in the corner. Swatted out in the slot area, shorting with it. It chips up to the wall. Yellowhead player is there. Sutherland comes back to recover. Puck comes in the neutral zone, and they're going to call a hand pass there. 15:23 left to go in the second period. 3-0 Brandon. Puck is won, but collected by the Yellowhead. Woloski tries to chip it but goes to a Yellowhead player. Puck gets knocked off Langstick in the Mangin. Mangin up to Shorting, just out of his reach. Shorting gets to the line, though. He's going to dump it down. Puck's in behind the Yellowhead goaltender, and Lang comes up with it. He puts it to the line to Anderson. Anderson going to walk it. Take a nice low shot off a couple skates. I didn't actually know where it went. Out of play, or the goalie corralled it, and stoppage of play. We'll go with Nickel, Flett, Van Mile, Anderson, and Woloski. Nickel on the draw. Wins it. Van Mile puts it in the corner. Nichols, Van Mile comes out with it tried to go to the slot area to Flett Napu. Gets a puck poked away from him. Good stick by Anderson to slow that up. It goes off of leg though and keeps going into the Weeking zone. Gets rimmed around. Flett Napu was trying hard to keep that puck out. He wasn't quite there. Woloski with it. Getting helped by Nickel. Nickel chips it neatly up to the boards, but out of Flett Napu's stick, and Flett Napu pokes it by the defenseman. A bit of a 2-on-1 here. He slides it over off of skates out of the reach of Van Mile. Nickel with it. Tries to come out of that corner. Puts it into Flett Napu just out of his reach. Preston swats one, hits a leg into the corner. In behind the nets, Flett Napu and Van Mile. Van Mile's going to go to the box for a boarding call. I hope it's a boarding. Cross-check, they call it. So we'll go on the kill. Leslie. It's collected by Yellowhead, and they jam away at it on Didluck. Okay, we'll try the draw in the same spot again. Leslie on it, and left for Yellowhead. Scramble draw. Preston's able to collect it and dump it out off the glove of Yellowhead defenseman. Slide it over. Puck's bouncing into the Weeking zone. Preston in on it behind his net. He's going to sweep it around the boards, and it's all the way down the ice. Good job by Leslie. Battling down there on the kill to the line. Woloski holds it in and dumps it back down low again. Into the middle of the ice here, and here come the Chiefs on a bit of a break. Puck bouncing in the corner, though, just ahead of them. They were kind of going too wide, almost a 2-0. Puck comes to the line. It's fanned upon by Cochran. He's able to hold it. Goes far side, high up off the glass. Comes on the near half wall. Golden with it. Cuts back. Takes a shot high on over the glass. It's going to careen all the way out and down the ice. So exit for the Wheat Kings on a missed shot by the Chiefs. They're going for a long cross-ice pass that was touched by the Yellowhead Chiefs, so it's not icing. Good body by Woloski. Here comes Graham in behind the net, and Woloski puts him to the ice as well. Anderson on it. Swept to the line. Boguski, good kick-out save by Didluck there. Bit of a pressure here by the Chiefs. They go cross-ice. Cochran with it. Throws one at the net. Wide. Mangin in there to try to collect it. Shot off Mangin's leg. Yellowhead still with the Yellowhead players falls, and Woloski's trying to get a handle on that puck. Puck's still collected by the Chiefs, so Mangin does a good job getting in there. Good stick by the Chiefs player. Puck's just kind of being held there, but some good strong sticks and bodies. Puck comes to the far side. Penalty's over. Van Mile's back out there. Into Van Mile. Van Mile's got a bit of a one-on-one scenario here with Cochran. He's going to take it wide. He's got Mangin with it, 2-on-1. Here's Van Mile. Over to Mangin. Up and over the net. Good chance there by the Wheat Kings. Here comes Yellowhead. Carries it in. Puts it wide of the net. Puck's coming out. Van Mile swats at it. Into Flood Nappy. He's going to leave it there for Nickel just behind him, so he had to curl back. Nickel's going to ahead of steam, puts it in the middle of the ice to Sutherland. Sutherland still got all those bodies, and he's going to say no icing. Flood Nappy going in on the forecheck. Puck hits Nickel's leg. He's going to not hold it in. Flood Nappy's got to tag up, and he does. Nickel's carrying it in. Nifley leaves it for himself to the line to Olsen. Olsen walks that line, shot tipped. It's loose. Yellow's able to get rid of it for a moment. Sutherland collects it. Olsen with another shot off a stick high up, out of play. 10:47 left to go in the second period. Couple chances there. Offensive zone draw for Leslie. Leslie Wood, Taylor into Taylor. Taylor tries to leave it over for Monker. Gets stripped away from him. They dump it in there. Didluck just going to calmly glove it, and it's going to be a face-off on the defensive side of the puck. Taylor on this draw. Wins over to Preston. Preston over to Monker. Monker's got Wood ahead of him. Can't get it to him. She's going to cut in behind his net. Put it over to Leslie's side. Leslie lifts it up off the boards. That's out. Leslie and Taylor are battling along the boards with Monker. Monker's going to dump it down into the Yellowhead zone. Wood in after it. Bumps his man. Puck's left there. Yellowhead exits the zone into the neutral zone. They're going to dump it back down in the Wheat Kings zone. Anderson's back for it. Boguski's helping support. Shorting's lurking out there. He gets it. Shorting carries it, dumps it in. He's going to go hard after it. Got it in the corner, in behind his net. Sweeps up. He's got Woloski on the point. Gives it to him. Woloski dumps it down a little low again. Boguski's going to go after the near corner. They're fighting for it on the wall. Puck's bounced to the line, and Anderson can't quite keep it in. And Yellowhead's going to dump it in. They're going to say no icing on touch. Anderson leaves it there for Woloski. Woloski over to Anderson's side. Anderson's over to Shorting. He bumps his man. Puck comes to the line. Shot. Kicked aside by Didluck. Anderson on it. To Lang into Shorting. Shorting cuts in the middle of the ice and deked himself out. Deked it right into a Yellowhead player. And they're going to call that icing. So it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Wheat Kings here. We're going to generate some more. We had 23 shots in the first period, and so far only 3 shots in the second. Mind you, we've been on the PK a little bit more, but yeah, boys are going to find their rhythm here a little bit. Puck comes to the line over Sutherland, up to Olsen. Swats one towards the net, wide. Flatnappy within the corner. Gets in the bumper to Nickel, scores! What a shot from the bumper spot. Pretty high bumper. Flatnappy over to Nickel in the back of the net. 4-0. Nickel on that draw. It's won by the Yellowhead. Flatnappy's pestering. Van Miles coming in on a breakaway. Gets hooked, and Flatnappy takes a shot just wide. Sutherland slides in the corner. Van Miles in on it. Collects it. Cuts back. Tried to get it into Flatnappy. Couldn't get it to him. Olsen holds the line. Dumps it down low into a body. Still holds the line. There for Yellowhead. They're going to dump it and get out of the zone. Olsen cuts back. And Van Miles going to lift it in deep. So Wood, Taylor, and Leslie come out. A good forecheck there by Wood. Leslie's circling as well. Leslie pesters his man, and puck's in the corner there for Taylor to be had, and he uses his big body to hold along the line. And then for Taylor in the high slot area, shot! Oh, steered aside by Stevenson. Good grade A chance there by Taylor. Preston has in the neutral zone. He's going to try to dipsy-doodle around the player, but he's pestering when he comes all the way back in our zone. Over to Monker. Monker knifes at it. Bouncing off a couple legs as that puck comes to the line. Floated in on Didluck, and Didluck's going to steer that aside. Preston's coming back, and we're going to get a penalty, I think. Monker's going to the box for interference. Okay, Boguski and Manjan are going to be the forward killers. Woloski and Anderson on the point. Puck's collected by Yellowhead. They put it up top to Soltis. Soltis over to, don't know. Didluck swallows it up. No rebound. Manjan will take this draw. Oh, collected by Anderson. Anderson does a nice job niftily kicking it out of the zone. Boguski's going hard on the forecheck here on the kill. He really pesters Soltis back there. Soltis goes cross ice, and that's going to be enough for an icing. So Wheat Kings will have an offensive zone draw on the kill. Woloski doing a little acquaintancing with some old teammates, I think, out there. So shorting on this draw. Puck's dropped, collected. Woloski has it, takes a shot towards the net. It's tipped by Lang, wide of the net. Lang bumps his man, but Yellow gets it out there. Good job by Woloski to stop up there, and he gets hit. But again, makes a play. Takes a hit to make a play. Sutherland bumps his man. Puck comes to the far side. Didluck kicks it out. Shorting, good job just hesitating and dumping down far corner. Here comes Nickel and Fletnappy on the kill. Just about stolen by Nickel. Yellowhead with a shot. Glove down by Didluck. Yellowhead's having a good period. It's 1-0 for Brandon for the period, and the Yellowhead's had probably 12 shots this period so far. Referees are conversing about something, I don't know. But Athelson's going to drop this puck. He's going to make sure Preston's out of the circle and does so, and Preston collects it. Good job by Preston to get his head up and dump it down. 46 seconds left to go on this interference penalty. Puck's in behind the Yellowhead zone. Looks like it's Cochran skating out with it. He's going to come across the line. Drop it to the line. Fletnappy steals that for a moment. Chops it down. Nickel's hunting. Fletnappy is going to try to get it here. Oh, just can't get a handle on it. Nickel with it now. Leaves it for Preston. Preston over to Olsen. Olsen, cross, dump, down the ice. 14 seconds left to go on this kill. Wood and Taylor are out there. Into Woloski. Woloski is going to catch that and going to put it over to Anderson. Anderson's going to put it back to Woloski. And that should do it for the kill. Into, Taylor just out of his reach. There, puck goes all the way to the far corner, and Taylor's in on it. So we're even strength here now. Puck comes to the line and gets bounced out. Anderson leaves it there for Woloski. Woloski's going to come back a little bit. He's going to put it up the glass to Wood. Wood catches that, puts it down. Leslie's in on it. He's got Taylor going to the net. He's got Wood in the high slot area. Oh, good save by Stevenson. That was a good chance for Wood. Just couldn't get it upstairs on him. Puck gets swatted into the corner, or Woloski flings it around the boards to Wood. Just can't get a clean catch on that pass. And now Taylor has to wait for Wood to tag up, so he's just going to dump it in there. 4:48 left to go in this second period. Puck's put into the weakening zone. Preston's coming back for it. It's going to come right in on Didluck, and he's just going to slow it down. Lang on the draw. Collected by the Chiefs. Puck's high up off the glass. Monker to Mangin. Mangin up to Shorting. Shorting's going to carry it through the neutral zone. He's going to dump it in. Evade a check and keep going after his stolen puck. Goalie passes it to him. Shorting comes out from behind the net. Oh, right there for Mangin. Just can't get a handle on it. Now Shorting takes a shot. Scores! Mangin couldn't get a handle on that puck, but Shorting just grabs it, turns, fires, far side, low shot, back of the net, 5-0. Nickel and draw. Wins it over to Sutherland. Sutherland lifts it up off the glass, out of the reach of Fletnappy, but he's going to keep lurking on that puck. Nickel's bouncing, gets that bouncing puck. Fletnappy's still battling it on the boards. Comes out to Nickel. Olsen to Sutherland. Sutherland. Cross ice to Nickel off his skate. Sutherland goes down to pinch. He leaves it in there for Fletnappy, who comes out from behind the net just about. Into Olsen. Can't get it to him. Fletnappy's going to roll it down deep. Put over the far side. Olsen's going to collect it in the neutral zone. Didn't like his options there, so he's just going to curl back, but he's getting pestered. Gets the puck stolen, he falls. Yellowhead coming in. Good job by Sutherland to stop that up. Olsen up to Fletnappy. Fletnappy is going to carry it through. Puts it in on the goaltender, so it's going to be no icing. We got to get on that puck. Got a mile on it in the corner. Manjan's coming in to help and fork that out. Comes to the line. Anderson over to Woloski. Woloski, slow shot off a leg. Now Shorting hits his leg. Manjan pokes his man. Shorting's got a break. Here, he got around the player and he gets a call. It's going to go our way and we're going to go to the power play. Holding. So we'll try this power play thing again. Baguski on the draw. To the side. Preston leaves it there for Leslie. Leslie with it. Up to Preston. Preston up top to Olsen. And that's gonna, oh, it didn't come out of the line. Preston got a shot. It's there. Can't get a handle on the rebound. Hey, Baguski on this draw. Collected by Preston. Preston up to Olsen. He's right on the line. Gives it to Preston. Preston back up top to Olsen. Olsen's got Wood. Gives it floater. It's held in. Dumped in there. Baguski's got it. He's going to put it down low there for Leslie. Leslie collects it. Cuts back. Didn't like his options. Tries to lift it in short side. Olsen's going to scream in from the point. Right there for Leslie. He gets cross-checked. And Stevenson covers it up. We're going to keep letting these boys cook. Baguski on the draw. Off of the official. Puck's bounced over Olsen's stick. Rolling puck here for Olsen. He's going to collect that or calm it down. And Preston's going to ring it. We got to be first on it. Wood comes to Wood. Wood up to Olsen. Olsen leaves it to Wood. Wood down low to Baguski. Baguski kind of swats at it towards get a shot on net. Wood with it. Up top to Olsen. Olsen walking that line. Hits a stick. Now a couple sticks. Baguski's trying to get a handle on it. Good hold by Olsen. Olsen trying to... Nice knockdown by Wood. Baguski's got Preston far side. Can't get it to him. Olsen to Wood. Wood coming in to Preston far side. Wrong hand. Puck leaves it, or Preston leaves it to Olsen. Olsen takes a nice shot. Hits a couple legs there for Baguski just wide of the net. Good chance there. Puck comes to the line. Last minute of play here. Olsen with a good shot. Leslie with it now. Leslie puts it in the middle of the ice. No one Weekings can get it. Wood with it. Oh, nice step around by Preston. Preston far side to Olsen. Olsen shot stopped by the Yellowhead goaltender. So that line was on for the full 2-minute power play. Lots of shots. Preston up to Manjan. Manjan's got a step, takes a shot just wide, bounced off the boards to Lang. Lang can't get a handle on it. It's in the corner, Yellowhead with it. They dump it off a leg and goes in the corner, and Shorting's going to race after it. Shorting leaves it there for Lang. Lang. For Shorting. So it's Lang, Shorting, Manjan out there. Manjan bumps his man. Poked at the line. Woloski comes back, sweeps at it. It's a one-on-one here, and that is it for the second period. So 5-0 after 2 for the Wheat Kings. Shots are 35-19, so the boys picked it up a little bit. Didn't quite have the same flurry of shots in their second as we did in the first period. However, we are up 5-0, so we'll see you for the third. We'll get this third period underway. Looks like we'll be even strength. Now, Boguski's on the draw. Woloski slides over to Anderson. Anderson's going to curl back. Put it over to Woloski again. Woloski up to Lang. Lang chips into the zone. Going to be no icing because it's right on goal. Shorting pushing hard. Golden comes out with it for Yellowhead. They're going to chip it up the middle of the ice, and Woloski's right there. He's going to pump it back down. Cochran in for it for Yellowhead. Slides it up. Good long pass for Lepp, just out of his reach. There'll be no icing, though. Monker leaves it. He kind of gets jammed there, and he's hurt on that play hit by Lepp. Preston leaves it, but not deep to Olsen, so Yellowhead picks it up. Here's Wood, going to dump it down. Les is going to go in on the forecheck. Puck's left there. Wood's got a chance to scoop it up, and he does. He had Taylor in the front of the net. Taylor to Leslie. Leslie tries to sweep at it again. It's a bit of a sticky puck there right at the start of the period. Leslie just overskates that, or the puck gets out of his reach. Puck comes to the line. Sutherland just can't hold it in. He curls back nicely up to Taylor, but bouncing puck over his stick. Puck comes to the line, held in by Sutherland. He swats it around. We don't have white sweaters there. Wood's coming down for it, bumps his man. Taylor's able to hold it in. Takes a shot wide of the net. Sutherland's going to hold it. Puts it, sweeps it over to the far side. Yellowhead has it. Line change. Nickel, Van Mile, flat out there. They're going to call a penalty on Yellowhead for slashing. So we will try our hand at the power play. Boguski, Manjan, Shorting, Preston, and Monker. Puck gets put down in the zone. Didluck's going to stop it behind his net. Good to see Monker back out there. He was favoring his shoulder when he took a hit, and Preston carries it in. Puts it up top to Monker. Monker's got Manjan on this side. He gets it to him. He's got lots of white ice in front of him. Goes cross ice to Shorting. Shorting can't get Preston, can't get a good shot away on that one. Looks like Weekings are going to come up with a penalty here now. Didluck will touch it, and we'll see what the call is. Boarding. On Shorting. I didn't really see that one. So we have 4-on-4 for $1.23. Nickel, Fletnapu, Woloski, and Anderson. Bit of a joust to the line. Fletnapu recovers it. Gonna go away 2-on-2. Fletnapu, Nickel. Nickel takes it wide. He's got Woloski coming in the slot. Woloski pokes at it, just steered aside by Stevenson. Nickel in on it. He's going to crisscross with Anderson. Doesn't leave it, so he's going to keep curling. He's got Fletnapu right in front. Nice little touch, and floats in there slowly to the back of the net. So that's Flet's second in the game. Set up by Nickel the same way. So it'll remain 4-on-4. We'll have Taylor, Wood, Anderson, and Woloski. Anderson collects it, using his net as a shield. Got Taylor coming up the middle of the ice, couldn't hit him. Now he does, but it's kind of behind him. And momentum has stopped. Wolofsky gives to Anderson. Anderson's going to curl in, enter the zone, cuts back. Looks to Taylor on the far side. Taylor up top to Wood. Wood kind of cuts in. Up top to Wolofsky. Wolofsky. Taylor's going to the front of the net. Creates some havoc. Wood with it. Cuts. Tries to take it to the net. There's Wolofsky's shot off of Wood. Taylor in on it. Taylor reverses his man. The puck gets knocked off his stick for a moment. Nice steal by Anderson. He's got to wait for Taylor to tag up. He takes a shot. Kind of catches him on the blocker side shoulder. Anderson's by himself. See if I can Preston lets the puck come out, and we're going to be on a kill here for 35 seconds now. Preston at the line. Slides it in there. Leslie with it. He's going to swat it back to Monker and kill a few more seconds. There's 22 seconds left on this kill. Monker floats it in, cross dump. Van Mile is going to go in, or no, that's Leslie going in on it. Good pestering. Puck comes to the middle of the ice and not out. And swat it up there, and Monker's going to have another chance to dump it down. And he does. 5 seconds left in this kill. 1 second. That's it. Even strength. Mangian comes out. Cochran's trying to skate it through. Monker leaves in the corner. Boguski battling with Cochran, I believe. There's Mangian. Floats it up to the boards. Boguski. Boguski's going ahead. They're going 2-on-1. Lang. Boguski into Lang. It's behind him, though. Couldn't get a shot away on that 2-on-1 chance. Olsen is going to slide it over to Boguski. Boguski's going to enter the zone again. He's got Lang again. No, Olsen's streaking in. Oh, shot scores. Bar down. Olsen screamed up ahead. Lang was going in for it, and Olsen just stole that puck and put it in, tickled the bar, and went in. 7-0 Brandon. Icing on Yellowhead. Boguski on this draw. Good job by Mangian pressing on his man in the corner. He's got Lang in the high slot. Tries to get it to him. A good stick by a Yellowhead player. Boguski's going to carry it in. Tries to go around a player. Boguski holds up, puts it to the line. Wolofsky didn't like the thing, so he just bounces it back into the zone a little deeper. Puck comes out. Anderson's on. He's just going to float it back down. Boys are going to change. Here comes Nickel, flat, Van Mile. Van Mile has it. Tries to go cross ice, can't connect on it. Over to Monker, up to Flat. Flat's going to carry that in. Into Nickel. Nickel's streaking, pokes at it, just out of the to Van Mile and Nickel down there for it. Monker does a good job pinching. Oh, just gets fanned on it. Puck comes to this side and exits the zone. It's going to be 1-on-1. Preston does a good job bumping his man outside. Bad angle shot. Collected by Preston. Preston's got Flett ahead of him. Gets it to him. He's got Nickel, Preston. Oh, off his stick. Sutherland corrals it and puts it down low. And the boys go for a change. So with Sutherland, Olsen, and now Wood, Taylor, Leslie come out. Middle of the ice is Leslie. He's going to carry that. He's going to dump it back down. Leslie, dump it back in. Yellowhead gives it to us. Sutherland tries to put it in the middle of the ice to Wood's going to swat it around. Stevenson slows it up, but Leslie's going to be first on it. Leslie and Taylor kind of crisscross and bump each other, and so Yellowhead is able to exit the zone. Good stick there, that's offside. Good call by our good friend, Craig Athelston. Draw is a bit of a scramble draw. Yellowhead dumps in the zone. Anderson's hurrying back for it. He's going to leave it and swing it around. Soltis picks it up for Yellowhead. Carries it in the corner. Puck goes through the slot area, but no one's there to bang it home, and Weekings go ahead. Here's Shorting. Carries it in the corner. Puck comes not to the line, so Yellowhead gets it out. They turn it back. Shorting chips it to himself. Now he's got a chance here. Rolling puck. Backhand goes through the crease area. Anderson steps up on it. Puts it down in for Shorting in the corner. Shorting makes one move around one player but loses it. Anderson bouncing puck. Corralled to Woloski. Woloski comes through. Puck's kind of bouncing in the slot area. In for Bagusi. Kick there to Lang and scores. Lang gets it. Pushes the puck in. Bagusi was battling with a player. Shorting took a shot. Kind of rebound off of Baguski's shot on the Lang stick. Back of the net, 8-0. Nickel, Flatnappy, Van Mile. Nickel back to Woloski up to Anderson. Anderson back to Woloski. Woloski cuts through, lifts it high in the air. Kind of a slow bounce. Van Mile's going to take the far side. Takes that puck. Still with it here now in the corner. Van Mile cuts in. Tries to get it into Flatnappy. Just couldn't quite get it to him. Nickel comes in there and collects that puck. Takes a good lumber in. They're going to take a penalty here on a hack on Nickel. So we'll go to the power play. And we're going to put the first unit out. Taking some liberties with their sticks, so we'll put the first unit out there now and see what they can do. Puck stopped up there by Didluck. Good hard charging by Yellowhead. Van Mile's going to carry it up through the neutral zone. He's going to look to make the zone and make a clean entry. He's got Taylor. He stops up. Gives it to Sutherland. Sutherland sweeps it over to Nickel. Nickel down low to Taylor, going looking for a give and go. They crisscross. Up high to Sutherland. Sutherland's going to walk that line down to Nickel. Nickel's going to curl the circle. Shot. Kicked aside. Flatnappy into Van Mile through the crease. Good chance there by the Weekings. Both Flatnappy and Van Mile. Crisscross, Nickel and Taylor. Nickel shot, low shot, kicked aside by Stevenson, collected by Van Mile. Van Mile with it here. Slows it down. Going to roll it around out of Taylor's reach, but it's going to come all the way to Nickel. Nickel catches that. Sweeps it down for Taylor. Taylor catches it off the boards. Into Van Mile. Van Mile comes in. Over to Nickel. Shot scores. Good cross-ice pass by Van Mile to Nickel. Back of the net. For who knows how many he's had today. So PP1 clicks 57 seconds into their power play. 9-0 Brandon. Nice cross-ice pass and nice finish by Nickel. Manjan has it. Didn't touch it. Fell kind of as the puck was coming to him, so he didn't touch it, and it's going to be icing on Brenham. 10-12 left to go in this third period. 9-0 Brandon. Defensive zone draw right now. Collected by, looks like Anderson. Anderson to... It's bouncing the zone. Anderson does a good job holding the line, swatting it back down. Baguski's going to go in on this forecheck. Cochran with it, trying to pass it to himself. Puck comes to the half wall. Baguski's comes up with it and still has it here now. So a couple of boys going to the net. There's Manjan rolling in the slot area dangerously. Shore's going to cycle it with Baguski. Baguski's in on it. He cuts back. Nice move. Puts it up high to Anderson. Anderson going to sweep it over to Woloski. Woloski's calling for it. Catches it. Shot off a leg. It's right there for Manjan. Just couldn't see it. Woloski takes another shot off a leg. Baguski with it now. Crisscrosses with Woloski. Woloski kind of puts one towards the net. Here's Shorting coming in, tries to stick it in short side. Manjan tries to get the rebound, and Yellowhead is able to collect that and get it out. And Yellowhead is going to get another penalty for slashing. Puck was out of the zone. They were clear and going, and took a penalty there. So Wheat Kings back on the power play. It'll be Leslie, Wood, Baguski, Olsen, Preston. This is typically our PP2. Olsen sweeps it over to Preston's got some room. Over to Wood. Takes a shot. Good blocker save. His puck's there. Loose. They're going to say high stick. And put the puck in. Put the face-off outside. Good chance there. Wood came in the slot area. Good shoulder save by Stevenson. Leslie's going to take this draw again. Wins it back to Olsen. Olsen. Going to just tuck it into a sea of bodies there. Yellowhead comes up with it and they're going to stump it down the ice. Didluck's going to stop that behind the net. Olsen leaves it for Preston. Preston can't catch the puck cleanly off the dasher. Up to Wood. Wood. Into Leslie. We're going to be offside. Yellowhead pumps it down. Olsen up to Wood. Wood steps around one man, gives it over to Anderson. Anderson comes in. He cuts back, looking to set up. Cuts back again. He's got Lang in the slot area. Lang leaves it there for Manjan. Manjan up top to Woloski. Woloski over to Anderson. Anderson's got some room. Takes a low shot. Kicked out right to Manjan. Loads. Fires over the net. Shorting evades a check. He comes in. Comes in out of the corner. Takes a shot. Kicked out by Stevenson. Puck's rolled towards the line and gets out. Pass Woloski. Woloski's going to sweep it over to Anderson. Anderson's going to collect that and come back. 7:34 left to go in this third period. Woloski goes cross ice to Lang. Lang's going to catch up to that puck here. Stop up right at the line. Almost put his boys offside, but he didn't. Yellowhead collects it, puts it towards the line. Woloski's able to catch that before it goes all the way down. Anderson, he's going to wheel. Enter the zone. Gets around one player. Keeps it. Still with it. Up top to Manjan. Manjan carves around one guy. Cuts into the slot area. Still with it. Over to Shorting. Shorting. Tries to dipsy-doodle around a player. Kind of gets the puck knocked off his stick. And there goes Yellowhead. Monker swats at it through Shorting's skates. But he's able to catch up to it. Takes a shot. Glove down by Stevenson. 6:46 left to go in the third period. 9-0 Brandon. Nico Van Mile Flat are out there. And it's even strength there now. Nickel on the draw. Ooh, he's going to kick him out. I feel like Flatnappy was jumping ahead, so Van Mile's going to go in there for the draw. Van Mile wins it to Nickel. Nickel curls into Flatnappy into Van Mile. Flatnappy sweeps around and scores. Little give and go and give it back again. 10-0. Nickel gave it to Flatnappy in the corner. Gave it to Van Mile, kind of the slot area, but kind of bounced off his stick, so he just gave it back to Flatnappy, and Flatnappy just curled around and put it in. Van Mile to Preston. Preston over to Monker. Monker, middle of the ice to Nickel. Nickel's going to carry it. He's got a couple of bodies in front of him, but Van Mile gets it to Van Mile. He's going to dump in the corner. Flatnappy's going to be first on it. Nice stick lift there. Oh, tried to get it to himself. Just him and Nickel both overskated it for a moment. Puck comes into the neutral zone. They're going to cross dump it here, and Preston's going to get hard on it. Preston, nice job evading a check there. Nickel to Flatnappy. They're going 3 wide. Tries to get it way across to Van Mile. Hits a stick. Van Mile throws it down into the corner, and the boys are going to change. Here comes Taylor. Taylor's got Leslie going to the net. Gets it. Oh, just out of Leslie's reach here. Wood in on it. They dump it in on Olsen. Olsen's going to go back for it. Oh, it's going to be icing. And they're going to say, Yellowhead, you cannot change. 5:34 left to go in this third period. 10-0 Brandon. They're being pretty chintzy with the shots, I think, because we've had 10 shots and 5 goals. So I don't think Stevenson's save percentage is that bad. I'm not sure the boys in the box have been doing much for shot counting. So we're sitting at 45 shots. Must not be a goalie's dad in there. They love putting shots on the shot clock. Yellowhead comes in with it. Careens into the corner. There's Woloski. Chips it to Anderson. Anderson cuts back. Give himself some more time. Lifts it over to Woloski. Woloski's going to look for an option because their boys were heading out. There, gets out of the zone nicely. So Leslie looking for Taylor. Gets it to him. Taylor comes across. He's using that big heavy shot up high over in the net. Held in by Woloski. He's going to put it over to the far corner, and Boguski's in on it, using that big frame to protect himself and get that puck a little deeper. Good job holding and jamming the boards. Now Yellowhead gets it out. Good chop by Preston. Move ahead to Mangin. Mangin can't get it any deeper, but it's there right by the players' benches. Mangin with it now, trying to curl through a few Yellowhead players. Lang can't come up with it. Preston pushing it back in the sea of bodies. Monker's back for it, does the same. Preston comes out with it, steps around one player and dumps it in the zone. Stevenson stops it behind the net, and there's 2 Viking sweaters waiting for that Yellowhead player. Here comes Soltis for the Yellowhead. Goes hard to the net. Monker keeps it outside. It's there for Didluck. He holds it. Kind of a weird, dangerous shot. Not sure Didluck exactly knew where it was, but it kept it out in front of him and out of the net. 3:52 left to go in the third period. 10-0 Brandon. Van Mile's going to take this draw. Scramble draw, collected by the Yellowhead. Good battle with Woloski. What comes to the wall, shot all the way around, and Yellowhead still with it, and takes a shot in on Didluck. Nichols battling to keep that puck out. He gets kind of slew-footed, and they cheer about it. Puck's getting bounced around here. Van Mile finally collects that. Tries to put it in the Flatnappy, but it's not there. Gets it back, and he dumps it in on Stevenson. He's going to block her in the corner. Flatnappy stick lift, collects it into Anderson. Anderson. Shot. Swallowed up by Stevenson. They're giving Yellowhead another penalty. 4 minutes hit to the head. So we will have a 4-minute penalty here to end the game. Or 4-minute power play, sorry, to end the game. Wesley. Wood's going to come out from that scramble. Go over to Sutherland. Shot. Glove down by Stevenson. Wesley puck bounces. Oh, it stays in. Preston has it. Hits a stick. Lep gets it out of the zone. Preston's going back for it. Preston tries to sweep it over to Monker. Gets it to him. Monker goes cross ice to Wood. Wood catches up to it. He gets rattled in the boards there. And then you dump it down in the zone. Preston with it behind his net. Comes out from there. Here comes Lang. Cutting into Shorting. Shorting leaves it there, but we're changing, so it comes out of the zone. 2:15 left in this period. We got a power play for the rest of it here. Shorting to Anderson. Anderson to Woloski. Woloski down to Lang. Lang looking for options, tries to get it to Shorting, but there was two Yellowhead players there. Took that puck away fairly quickly. Woloski cuts back for it, leaves it there for Anderson. Anderson turns up ice. To Boguski, tried to knife it in, but didn't get it very deep. So Yellowhead's going to dump it back down. Here's Woloski with it behind the net. He didn't like his option, so he curls back in behind the net. He uses that as a shield. Cuts around. Goes cross ice to Anderson. Anderson's going to come in. And we're going to go offside. Giving everyone a chance on this lengthy power play in a 10-0 game. So a little scrambly on what looks like a power play, but boys are just kind of getting the feel of it. Into Van Mile in the middle of the ice. Van Mile's going to carry it in. Tried to lift it over to Fletnapp. You can't get it to him. Fletnapp comes in there to try to collect it. Does. Gets it into Mangin, who gets tripped up, but no call. Here's Preston with it. Preston, now they're looking to set up. Preston, Van Mile. Van Mile. Up top, Preston. Preston. Comes in. Shot. Scores! His second of the game. Same spot. 11-0. Monker collects it in the press and up to Lang. Lang's going to carry it in, chip it into the corner. Lang bumps his man, goes after his own puck, leaves it there for Shorting. Shorting trying to stick out onto the phone booth there, leaves it for Lang. Lang tries to chip it to Monker. Monker does a good job stepping up into Lang. Lang looking for options, kind of gets carved from behind, but he kind of turned into it, so they didn't call a penalty. Boguski's going to roll that down into Lang. Lang's got Preston coming in for the hat trick. Boguski's there for it. Oh, good save by Stevenson. Boguski just about had a shot at that one, too. 5 seconds left to go in this game. Monker over to Preston. Preston's going to float another one in. Walk it away. And that'll do it. So 11-0 win for the Brandon Wheat Kings against the Yellowhead Chiefs here. That takes us to 7-0 in league play. Yeah, puts us in a good position. I don't, maybe not games played, and we don't know where we're at in the standings yet, but we should be up near the top. And next game will be next Saturday, where we'll be playing the Thrashers in Winnipeg. So we will see you next Saturday, and then Sunday is our next home game where we play Wild Red, which should be a good game as well. So we will see you then. Thanks for tuning in.